breakfast is a favorite. It's a piece of the oat nut toast for 3 points, avocado, little single serving size for 2 points, and an egg for 0, and some everything but the bagel seasoning. Oh, and I'm on my second water. Sit back here in my craft room, wanted a little snack. Thought I'd get me some watermelon, which turned out it's better cold than it was when I tasted it hot. It's actually got some flavor. And it's not lunchtime yet, and I'm already on my 4th water. So I think I've done good today. I'm having breakfast for lunch, but it was just purely by accident. When I made breakfast this morning, I didn't realize I still had a baked pancake in the refrigerator. So when I was looking for something for lunch, I saw the pancake. I thought, well, we'll just do that. I have a tablespoon of peanut butter on it, and the pancake was hot when I put it on there, so it like melted everywhere. And a banana and some sugar-free syrup and some almond milk. And that's still my 4th water because after I poured it, I got busy, haven't had time to drink any, but I'll get to it. Okay, the TV's on because I left the remote in the kitchen, but I thought I would have a little serving of mixed nuts while I'm waiting on the bread to rise. This is 1 ounce, and I'm on my 5th water. Okay, here's my supper. I baked this, well, I browned the chicken thigh, and then I baked it in the oven, and I waited to the end and put some of the sugar-free barbecue sauce on it, and it kind of, I broiled it to try to crisp it up, and it kind of did something weird. I don't know if it's because it's sugar-free or what, but anyway, it'll eat good. And then something, and 5 points for that. Some 0-point beans, black-eyed peas, half a cup of that, and then here is my fried okra. 3 ounces. You will see coming up a little cook with me, show you how I made it. Is how I used to make it years ago. I don't know why I quit. I guess, who knows. So anyway, that'll do it for me today, except for what you see coming up. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on my next video. Oh, hold on. That's 2 points worth right there. Okay, let's make some healthier fried okra. This is how I used to do it years ago. When I saw the okra, it looked really good, and I thought, well, we needed it. Since I didn't pick it, I washed it and let it dry completely. You can see it's already starting to turn, so we really need to eat this today. Now, I'm going to just dump it all out because I'm going to use this bowl to coat it. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to, like, put me up some. Yeah, it's really starting to turn. So I line up the stems that I don't want. And you can eat the tips. It don't hurt. So I'm going to cut up all my okra and weigh it. And that way I'll know. I'll weigh it. I won't weigh it after I cook it. I'll just go by that many ounces. And so when I serve it, I'll know how to figure my points in. I got 14.7 ounces. I'm just going to say 15. That's how I'm going to build my recipe. Now, what I'm going to do is coat it with cornmeal mix. I just have this yellow self-rising cornmeal mix. I don't know if they make it non-self-rising or not, but this is what I use for cornbread. So I'm going to start with a half a cup, which I'm thinking a half a cup's going to have plenty left. At the bottom, but we want to make sure that it all gets coated. And I just have like this little slotted spatula. So what I'll do is, and I have my cast iron pan heating up over here on the side. But you can see it doesn't have a problem sticking because, well, just of the slime in the okra. I don't know how else to put it. I don't know what the proper term for it is. Okay, now let's come over here. I was talking to Joan, and we decided it's okay for me to use my bacon grease. So I'm going to use a tablespoon of bacon grease. Oh, that smells good. Oh, I've missed that. See, a tablespoon, that's a whole lot more than you think. I'm going to need just a skosh of, let's just say half a tablespoon of avocado oil, just to give it a little bit more. I need to turn my heat down. So let's start scooping this out without any extra cornmeal if we can. Now, let's try to toss it and get a little bit of oil on all of it. Then we will just pan fry this until it is nicely browned and the okra is done. And I will look at the clock. Let's see. Okay. And I'll try to remember how many minutes it took. I almost forgot to tell you to salt and pepper the okra. And then I forgot to tell you that we're going to measure how much we have left. And you can see this is a half a cup. So I didn't use quite a quarter of a cup, but I'm going to just say I used a quarter of a cup. That's what stuck to the okra. So when I build my recipe, it will be 14 ounces or 15 ounces of okra, a quarter cup of cornmeal mix, a tablespoon of bacon grease, and half a tablespoon of avocado oil. And then I will put in 15 servings, and we'll know how many points it is per ounce. I'm sorry, I'm back. And this will not go to waste. I will put this in a little baggie and mark it, okra. So next time I fry okra, I'll just use it. Even if it's got little pieces in there, it doesn't matter. I've done it for years. So that's just one way not to waste it. It's been 10 minutes. I just want to show you. But did I tell you, keep stirring it around. You got to let it sit a little bit to brown. But for the most part, you want to keep stirring it around so it gets brown all over. So I'm going to let it keep going. Alright, so in my eyes, here's a perfect pan of okra. That's as brown as I want it to get. Now, keep in mind, this is not crunchy okra. This is tender okra with just that little bit of cornmeal on it for some flavor and texture. So, there you have it. There's some old-fashioned fried okra.
I thought first we would make some house seasoning. So this is the little shaker jar. Y'all see me use it when I cook. This is where I put my bulk recipe in, and there's a cracker in there. If you put a cracker in with anything with salt, it'll keep it from clumping up on you. So all we need is a quarter cup of salt, a tablespoon of onion powder, a tablespoon of garlic powder, and a tablespoon of black pepper.